I think I am live, but I'm not sure through which account I have logged in. So let me find out. I've got to share. Uh, I've got to open my YouTube studio. Damn, I don't know through which account I'm logged in. Uh, okay. Yep. Here we go. Just give me a minute. Let me put this on my Instagram. Let's see who can join. All right, then let's begin. It's going to be fun. So the way I thought it to be, it was like I don't have any particular roadmap that I can go through, but still, it's one thing that I wanted to do for a long, long time. Uh, that is to develop something of myself, maybe that can be useful to many people. And I don't know how it's going to be, what is the end product going to be, but whatever, it's going to be a learning curve for me as well. So let me see if my friend Kunal can he join in. All right. So today what we are going to do is we are going to develop a roadmap of how things are going to be from here, and what truly open source is all about. So if I consider myself, it's been like 5 years since I've been to this since I've been in this software development industry, but it's very hard for everyone to for me to tell everyone that yes, I started my professional journey when I was in second year of my college. I started taking in some really good client projects. Uh, like my first project which I undertook was the simul streaming platform. So what it did was it took in the feed from the mobile, and it simulcasted simul streamed that video stream to multiple platforms like Google, YouTube, Twitch. So that's the thing that was actually my first project, and I got to learn a lot from that project. But since that project, and it's been a very long journey. Uh, so currently, I'm running a team of 100 people. Uh, so I'm sorry. Uh, I work at Simba Quartz. I co-founded Simba Quartz, and we have a team of 100 people, and we have almost team of 50 people who work as software developers. So I lead the team of like 50 developers, and uh, that's uh, that's all about what I do. Okay, and what's my day-to-day job? Uh, I like to explore new technologies every day, and I love to delegate it to my team so they can learn as well. And my team, they look after me if they need any help regarding the technical specifications. Any sort of POC they need to do, they look for me, and I'm always there for my team if they face any critical issues and some sort of stuff like that. And apart from that, I also develop architectures for different projects that we delegate to our clients. And my role is to develop the scalable, very low cost architectures for the different use cases that client possess. And my area of expertise that I grew from was I grew up like from web development. Like I started working in web development, and slowly took uh, I took myself to different software development aspects like backend. I learned backend and then DevOps. So that led me to the container orchestration, uh, where I'm currently working on a product uh, which we are looking to launch. So that's going to be a SaaS product, and I'm looking after its architecture. So that's my day-to-day job. Look like in Simba Quartz. Uh, so for those who don't know what Simba Quartz is, it's a software services and digital marketing company that is run by me and my sister. And yeah, that's all. So coming to the concept of truly open source. Uh, so come to think of it, the many technologies that we are doing that we are using in at our organization at Simba Quartz, so they're all open source stack. So we use Java very extensively. uh, we use Apache. That's the core of the open source in the industry. We use Linux, right? We use React, JavaScript. So come to think of it, they're all open source, and the only so there's a very good learning from it. That only way you can grow is if you share, and that motivated me a lot. So here here I came up with the idea called truly open source. Through these episodes, what I'm going to delegate is to develop such potential softwares through which we can help to day-to-day needs uh, of so many people. Uh, so the idea that I came up with was is like developing a ERP software which is scalable, right? It should be scalable, and I have personally been using the Apache Offbase. So that's also one of the open source softwares. So just hold on, let me share. Yeah, here we go. Oops. So Apache of this. So this is one of the best open source ERP software available on planet, and it has so many capabilities that it's written in Java. So it's a service based architecture uh, where you get to delegate so many services through different components, and yes, it's component driven as well. uh, so in business we have so many components, like we have billing component, we have accounting component, we have a party management component, we have a authentication management component. So one of the best candidate for a company who is looking for an open source type of ERP, so Apache Office is the first thing that comes into my mind. But I don't know how, if I'm correct, if I'm wrong. But this architecture, like, it's a total monolith architecture. So uh, what difficulties that we are facing with this type of architecture is that we are not able to make a optimized kind of scalable architecture using Apache Office. So it's Gradle based, and all of the uh, jar files, they are compiled for every component, and it becomes very heavy for a client to scale up with a low cost. So what's my idea of working in this project was to develop a very lightweight solution, a microservice based architecture in which uh, we can easily orchestrate between the services and manage them, and we can do end-to-end integration with the metrics and analytics pipelines. We are going to expose some events, so that's all what we are going to do, like in this upcoming project. So I haven't even thought of the name, what it's going to be, but uh, since I have just named this stream as truly open source, so let's see if I could create something like that on GitHub. Uh, by the way, GitHub. So let me log in. So my GitHub name is Manjot SK, and my password is, I'm not going to tell you guys. So uh, okay, so here's a 6-digit code. Just 476076. Great. Yeah, I also got so much motivated by this Shabad OS open. So it is called Shabad open source. So I got so much motivated with this organization. So there are so many young people working in this project, aged like 18 or 19 or 24, and they are working on this, maintaining this repository. And I made my first contribution to this repository as well, as an open source contributor, and I got motivated by these people a lot. Like, I got to learn so many new things through this single repository. I got to learn about Fastlane. That helps to automate your app delivery pipelines. So if you want to automate the builds to be delivered to the test flight on just a single release on the GitHub, so that's how you're gonna do it. And so this is, I got to learn about the commit lint as well. So yeah, what was it? Yeah, commit lint. So you see, like, so there all of the commits are so aligned, in a good manner. and they are all in the present tense. So on the from the first commit that I did, the maintainer asked me to convert my past tense of the commit into the present tense. So I did a git rebase and changed my commit message and pushed again. So like I loved this methodology they are following, and I love to see the I love to explore so many open source projects. So one of a such project that I did is uh, the open source project that I did is the PDF merge. So if we go to my profile, and this is the recent project, the PDF merge. So there are three contributors, two contributors. Manas, he's one of my fellow member at Simbagwad, so he helped me to with this project. So if you want to contribute to this, so there is no readme yet, but I'm gonna update it soon. So I just started it like 5 days ago. All right, I think that's all about what's recent happening. And okay, so let's go and create a new organization. Let me see if I could create one or not. Yes, it's going to be free organization, and I'm gonna rename it like Truly Open Source. Am I spelling it correct? Yes, but it's already taken. Um, Open source project. Truly open source. Suggest me something, guys. Can I see something in the chat? Tools. Okay. Okay. Yes, Kunal is here. Hi, Kunal. What's up? Okay. So, like, suggest me some name for this project. Maybe I should name it Kunal. Okay. Truly open source project? No. It is, yeah. It is truly open source. Okay, we might change it in the future. So I'm gonna name it. I'm gonna give my this organization belongs to Marcel. So yes, here we go. Yep. So here is the new organization for my project that I'm going to do. Yeah, I write code, I manage engineering, I sometimes plan projects. Yeah. How many people do you expect working in this organization? I don't know. 50, 25 plus? No. 25. Open source projects. Yeah. Education projects. Yeah. Not personal projects. Not at all. So what do you expect to do on GitHub in this next 7 days? I want to code a lot. So yeah, collaborate on code. Set up CI/CD. Yeah. Plan and track work. Yeah, we'll use the GitHub provides a very good project management as well. So we're going to use it. Collaborate on, yeah, I'm gonna manage code also, maybe, if we have some collaborators. Okay, you can choose up to 3. Do you have an existing project repository? No, not at all. Okay, here we go. I don't know. I should T should be capital. Can I change it? Display name. No, I cannot change it now. I want to change it. Rename. Yeah, here we go. It is truly open source. Woohoo! Okay, it's done. Email will be public. We don't have a DNS for it yet. Let's see if we can buy DNS as well. Google domains. We are going to buy a DNS as well. Truly open source. .com. Yes, it is available. .in. I'm looking for something like .io, but it's going to be expensive. Truly open source. I love it. Let's have it. .com. Okay, how to proceed? Yeah, here we go. No, I think it should be org. I should buy this one instead. Maybe let's explore something else. Truly open source .app .org. I love .io. Let me search .io. Bit pricey. Well, let's go with it. So TruelyOpenSource.com, Google Workspace. No, sorry. Check out. Oops. Manjot Singh. Optional. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to quickly buy the site for me. So what I'm planning to do in this module is I'm going to divide so many services apart. So first of all, we are going to make a architecture diagram for ourselves. So to explain what is the architecture going to look like, and and just to verify that architecture, I'll be looking for so many new inputs from you as well. So like there will be so many people joining with me, so they will be helping with the architecture and stuff. So many people, they are working at prestigious organizations like Amazon, like Oyo, and Accenture, Paytm. Like they're I have so many good friends working over there. So so I'll be like inviting them to my stream, like in the next episodes, so they can participate with me in this process. Okay, just let me just give me a minute. And here we go. We got ourselves a new domain, and that is truly open source. Yeah, we did it, guys. uh, so currently we are going to input this in over here, Twitter username. Let's make a Twitter account as well. It's going to be truly open source, definitely. Ooh. So in case you're not following me on Twitter, my name goes by Kalsi MSK. So if you write Kalsi MSK over here, so this is my profile. And here we go. He's my good boy. So he just left us like a month ago. So yeah, it felt bad. Okay, no worries. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Sign into Twitter, or maybe let's just do a sign up. I'm gonna log out. Email. I think that's going to be okay. Use email instead. Truly open source. 85569364450. So guys, this is my public phone number, so you can, so let's see, maybe let me add my birth date over here. Cool. Two 89778. Password, I'm gonna set it something like, I'm not gonna tell you, and I'm gonna save it, and we're gonna skip it for now. Skip. Got it. So here we go, guys. We have also created a Twitter account for ourselves. Location. So I'm currently based out of Amritsar, so it's in India. Gravatar email. I think that's enough. Twitter units maximum is 15 characters. True. Okay. TRUELYOPEN. So what's my, okay. Okay, we'll set it up later. So let's jump into something that we are going to do. So I'm going to create a new repository, and we're going to name it Bell OS. I don't know why did I name it Bell, but it sounds fun. Choose a license. I'm gonna adhere to whatever MIT says because they are so good. So I'll need a more concentration on the licensing part, because I don't know much on this. So for the open source license, I always choose MIT license. uh, so I'm going to create a empty repository, and here we go, we have our empty repository. So we're going to continue. Alright, so next step that we are going to do is we are going to make a I think how shall we proceed? So let's write the vision. Okay. So for the README, I use this amazing tool. It is also an open source tool available on the GitHub. You can always use it. So this is so cool that you can build out your README in this web browser. So this is basically the MD, and it's gonna display whatever you're going to write. And this amazing feature lets you drag and drop so easily. So our project title is going to be your Bell OS. I don't know if that names exist or not, but it's called Truly Open Source ERP. That sounds awesome. Okay, so let's give a brief introduction to this project. This is a microservice. Okay, scalable ERP platform that can be used by small to medium-sized businesses. Okay, so what's the vision going to be? So I'll write a vision. To make scalable technologies available to the entrepreneurs. Yeah, I use this terminology a lot because I have a huge respect for the entrepreneurs. Uh, they generate jobs, and so they have a separate space in my heart. So available to entrepreneurs. Okay. Well, to make scalable technologies available to entrepreneurs who want to manage their business at scale sometime in future. I don't know if that vision is correct. So I'm going to come up with a better plan in the next stream. Okay. So authors. So currently, okay, contributing to documentation. Damn, they are so like this site is so good. They have if the things that they even that I don't know how it should be. They are all written over here. Also authors, it's going to be me first. So it's going to be my first open source project. Actually, I have done the open source projects, but uh, this is the first that I'm going to be the part of. That it's going to be very close to my heart. All right, and acknowledgement. Yeah. So the first acknowledgement that I would like to give to is to the technologies that I'm gonna use. Oh, to the motivation. So the motivation was the Apache off base. So that is the like heart of the motivation. So Apache off base. So here it is. And the next motivation that I'm going to give to is to this readme.so editor. I wonder what is the meaning of SO, because like so many companies are using this SO notation. Like, is there any something? Uh, yeah. Okay. The next acknowledgement that I'm going to give to the technologies that I'm going to use. So the one that is close to my heart ever. So React.js. And obviously NodeJS, right? I don't know what happened to Dino.js. Uh, so there are so many APIs that it is demanding to be written in Dino. But uh, I, I'm sure it is going to be the future someday. I'm running on low battery. I didn't know that. Get my charger. Okay. So Node.js, it's one of the best project that I've ever come across. Yeah. ORM tool in Node.js. So I think you might have guessed. Type ORM. So it is TypeScript based ORM tool. And firstly, like in my previous project I've been using the SQLize, but I don't know, like what I was doing in that project, I was creating the entries manually. I was managing everything manually and then making a model for it, but I was not that mature at that time. But the moment I saw type ORM, that I just fell in love with it. So type ORM is what we are going to use. Uh, and we are also going to use sorry, uh, like I also came across a TypeScript based express generator. Not this one. I think I need to look into my terminal. Yes, this was the one. TypeScript and TypeScript Express Starter. So I used this starter in one of my project which is already in development, and I'm so impressed with the simplicity of this boilerplate that I'm going to explain you in the future episodes, that how this boilerplate has helped me to manage so many things at one place. It helped me to tightly bound my application to types, and even like that using the type ORM, it was the one of the best thing that happened, because there are so many things they were linked together, and this type ORM and TypeScript at the backend, they made things so simple, like so much simple. For example, if I need to add a validation on the fields, I'll just make a type class, and I'll just extend it, and if I want to add a validation to that class, I'll just override whatever field I want to validate and add a custom DTO in order to validate that. So that's a like one simple use case that it gave. And apart from that, using type ORM, it also gave me the hooks that are being used by the SQL databases. So just for example, I'm connecting the if I'm going to connect the Postgres database to the microservice that I'm using. So if I am doing a create operation in, like, if I'm going to do something like insert query into the database using the ORM, so TypeScript is going to listen to the events that it's going to hit. So that's the one of the best feature that I learned about type ORM, that you can use hooks to the events. For example, if you are entering something into the person table, so like I saw these type of things happening in the Java. Like we used Spring Boot architectures, Spring Boot projects in which we used the Hibernate, and we had hooks running like after surveys, before surveys, during surveys, on failure, on not failure, and even in the like after insertion, before insertion, after updation, on deletion. So I saw that happening in the Java, but this Node.js has matured so much that I'm still learning a lot on this. So even I could have opted for the Spring, like, to in order to make the architecture, but in order to make this project, but uh, I found it so simple to like code in JavaScript, and even the simplicity of the JavaScript is that it's a functional program. Like you can easily declare functions and uh, use them anywhere you want without losing the context, and easily mutate your data if you want using functions. Uh, so that's the one thing that I love about JavaScript, and TypeScript is just on cherry on top. So yeah, type script express starter. You sir are having are is ha- You sir are having my respect for creating this amazing starter. Uh, all right. So next, let's start with the TypeScript. Okay. So I think let's keep it till here uh, for the README. Or maybe let's do a roadmap maybe. So the few things that I have on my mind is to develop, if we are going to develop a Node.js based microservice architecture, then it's going to be a long way. uh, I would also like to add some event based protocols that we are going to use, MQTT, uh, and Apache Kafka. So I'm just noting the few of the things that I'm expecting to use in order to develop this project. So let's have the raw, so you can easily copy paste the whole thing that you did, and just copy paste from here and just paste it over 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 here, and bingo, here is the readme. Okay, so Bell OS, like OS doesn't mean operating system, so OS is open source. That's what I learned from Harjot. So he's the one of the maintainer of the Shabad OS. So I was wondering that what does the OS means? So what is it, operating system, or so he told me that it's open source. So yeah, I kind of used that terminology on my project as well. So no, it's not my project, so it's our project. So it's open source. So yeah. So for the roadmap, let's prepare the roadmap function of the GitHub. So first of all, I think that's enough. Uh, Okay, here we go. So one of the I have a very good tool that someone suggested me to develop the whole idea. If you have like a lot of things going into your mind, so this Mural .co, yeah, it's it's so good that you can, yeah. Let's get started with this Mural also. Let's see if they have the public facing Mural as well. Uh, So what are the functional and the non-functional requirements of our project are going to be? So that's going to be dependent. That's we're going to write on this mural, and yeah, let's go ahead. So what's my name? Manjot. Saying work email. Yeah, let me use my work Manjot. Sign up. Whoops! What kind of captcha was it? Dear Mural, I cannot see any captcha. Do I need to refresh? What's happening? That's very sad. It's not being displayed. We sign up again. Yeah, I'm not a robot. I've done that. Work email Manjot.Khalsi @Simba Quartz com. I'm gonna sign up for the board. The Google account. Do you prefer to link it to sign up and quickly creating a new password? And yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we do have a vision in mind now. So the vision that we have is that we are going to develop a software that can easily be used by the entrepreneurs to help them. Oh man, I misspelled the business. Yeah, medium-sized businesses, and vision is to make scalable technologies available to the entrepreneurs who want to manage a business at scale sometime in future. Yeah, I think that's a good vision to start with. So workspace name, it's going to be, I don't know, I'm using truly open source. Yeah, that's good. What I'm going to do is brainstorm ideas with the team, understand, yeah, design and validation, reflect. Yeah, I'm gonna brainstorm on some ideas. Maybe plan a sprint as well. Learn more about a problem. Reflect on team's process. I think that, yeah, that can also be done. I think let's kick off this with the. I think I should have selected. Oops. Yeah, brainstorm ideas. Let's see what we get. conducting a brainstorm. Yeah, I think let's use this. Think about ways to complete a project individually. Prioritize, understand customer needs, to generate ideas. And let's go with the blank mural, but I'm not able to select it, man. Okay, here we go. So here we have the blank mural. So this is a very good whiteboard. If you want to add something, you just click on it, but okay, you just click on it, but it's not happening. If you mirror, okay, I'm going to do I'm gonna give this mural title first. So this is going to be Bell OS brainstorming board. Write down some thoughts. Yeah, that's a very fun thing to do. So add 5 sticky notes. So that's I don't know how to do it. Yeah, here it is. No, it's getting no. Okay, I think what I need to do was double click, not single click. So the first, what do we have in our mind? Let's let's add let's add some areas, right? So the first area that it's going to be is whoa, I can do that as well. I'm just trying to find how can I add a rectangle that defines an area. So how to do it? Let's do it later. Let's just start with the process then. So what we are trying to do is we are going to define some of the areas. So the first area that we are going to define is the planning. Okay, and what planning? So functional requirements, let's name them functional. So let's define the scope first. So under scope, what we are going to define is, so we are going to define a thing which is called, so what we are going to develop, so whatever I have on my mind, I'm going to write it down. Okay, so we are going to develop a order management service. Okay, so we are going to develop a human resource service. So we are going to develop maybe invoice generation service. Then we're gonna handle some accounting. We're going to define some maybe user management. Yeah. We are going to define some of the IAM service, identity management services. We're going to make product management service. That's so title is, so in case you're wondering what the title is Bell OS brainstorming board. So whatever we are developing, we need to brainstorm on the scope, that what the scope should be. So what I have on my mind is I'm just uh, throwing it on the board right now. So the next thing is maybe content management. Yeah. Next can be analytics. Dashboard management. And we can further have so scope for, let me just write it down, scope for order management service is the first thing. Accounting service. So what are the let's just refer one of our friends. So Apache Office. So they have their documentations as well. So what does an ERP has? So they have user management. Yeah, asset management. Then we have, yeah, workforce management. So that comes under the human resource, but we're going to make a separate service for workforce management. Then when we have is what is more crucial to the business? So the marketing service. Yeah. We have we can have the marketing management service, uh, workforce management. Next we can have, what we can have is, yeah, sales management. Better call it lead and opportunity management. So that's one of the crucial thing that we can expect a business product of a service-based company are their employees. So what what are they selling? They are selling what their employees do, right? So employees help the service-based companies earn. Uh, we have this class. So it is very a very or task or work effort, right? Order management. Then we can have a billing service, right? Let's see what this amazing project have in the mind. So they have their demos as well. Let me see if they're working or not. If they're not working, but let's use the one of the open project that I'm working on. Accounting, catalog, marketing, party. Yeah, that's all we have, right? On that we can brainstorm on. Billing service, task for management. There has to be something more to it, right? So what can it be? Task management, content management, payroll. Yeah, payroll services, that is very important. It becomes very hard for an HR to manage the payrolls. uh, mm, mm, calendar. So event management. I should be able to track my time. What task am I doing right now? So I think that can be done in this. Uh, what all do we have apart from this? So let's more call it functional scope. So event management it is. We have uh, yeah, like address management can be one of it, but uh, Mm, 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 mm. KYC. KYC is very important. Know your customer service. I'm just putting anything that is being hit into my mind. Oh, I think I forgot to put on timer. So I'm gonna start the timer. 2 minutes left. Uh, 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 uh. What more do we have on this? Asset management, that's done. Order management service, that's done. Accounting service, that's done. Identity management service, that's done. What more we can add to an ERP? Let's see. Components. Hmm. We have inventory management. Oh yeah, we forgot the CRM service. Okay, we have 30 seconds left. You can all maybe inventories. Hmm. Order management, it can be a purchase order, it can be a sales order, depending on the requirement. I think that's it. Okay, here we go. So that's all what I could decide. That's all what the functional scope that is going to be, and we will have like this 5 minute session every day to discuss what all this scope is all about. Maybe I could group them into one, and yeah, here we go. Is there a way if I could add area? Yeah, here we go. Move to back. It's going to be functional scope. That's how it's going to look like. Ooh, that was awesome. I just this mural a lot. Thank you, Harjot, for recommending this to me. I really appreciate it. Okay. Right. So what do we have on the? So that is the functional scope in the Bell OS ERP. So next thing that we are going to decide is the architecture of what the architecture is going to be. So let's pull this off then. Let's try to develop the architecture. So I just love using the app.diagrams.net. Uh, like, uh, there is also extension that is available, and okay, just hold on. No pick folder. sad that I could not create a folder using this, but let me use the root folder only. So we are going to make an architecture diagram now for this project, and we're going to name it Bell OS